Hey, you're watching That Random Geeky Guy. Well, hi everybody. Today we're doing a video about a Wish purchase. So let's see how this is going to go. Today's video we are talking about this keyboard and mouse bundle, which is, shall we say, a budget keyboard and mouse. So I wanted to see, what do you get for your money if you buy the cheapest keyboard and mouse bundle from the wonderful website that is Wish. So this particular one comes in at just over £7 at time of filming. That's including shipping. For what they describe as a mechanical feel RGB keyboard and mouse. Their tagline is USB mouse, illuminated gaming kit in black or white, illuminated keyboard and mouse kit, USB keyboard. So a great description. So this arrived a lot quicker than I was actually anticipating. It actually only took about 10 days to ship, which was quite impressive. But I wanted to unbox this with you guys and show you what you get for your money when you spend £7 on a gaming keyboard and mouse. You'll notice a couple of our recent videos have been focused around a budget build and whether or not this is actually, and I think this is the important question, if this is value for money. So, without further ado, let's get this unboxed. So the model number apparently is a G21B Fashion Office Dazzle Colour Suit. So that's Fashion Office Dazzle Colour Suit, which is exactly what I look for from a keyboard and mouse. Okay, you've got what looks to be a Jaguar image here. And then a lot of Chinese writing and not a lot of poorly translated English because there just isn't any. So let's get this opened up. Okay, so you see it's wiped with a white mouse. Actually, it's not. They've sent me a black one, so it's black with a black mouse. Some very basic packaging. I'm going to throw that to the side. So there's the keyboard. It has a mechanical look. We'll talk about the feel shortly and what that's like. Let's see this mouse. Okay, so yeah, this is the mouse. It's not a braided cable. It's actually, to be fair, you wouldn't be able to see it on the camera. It's a plastic cable, but it's been grooved to make it feel like it's braided. But it's very, very light. I'll actually grab some scales in a second and measure the weight of this because it's, yeah. Other than that, the mouse buttons, they're very, very, very clicky. I'm sure you can hear that if I put it up to the mic. But let's get the packaging out of the way, and then we'll come back to actually looking at the device, how it feels, so on and so forth, and how it looks. Okay, so I've just grabbed a set of scales because I want to weigh this mouse shortly. But before we do that, let's look a bit more at the keyboard itself. So before we see the lighting effects, ooh, gosh, okay. So it has no way of raising the rear of the keyboard at all. It has no grip. Oh yes, that's don't know how well you could pick that up, but the deck flex on here is pretty serious, and it certainly isn't mechanical feel. It's definitely membrane. The build quality is not great. Not great to say the very least. Gosh, I'm actually surprised at how bad this is. Wow. Okay, so you won't be able to see this very well, but the indicator lights here, whilst it has them for num lock and cap lock and stuff like that, there's no lenses on them. It's just holes drilled in this plastic backplate that just you can see the PCB through it with the LEDs on. Which is great. I guess, look, you know, I should probably manage my expectations. It was £7. Okay, let's check it out in all of its RGB goodness. So the cable again on this, just like on the mouse, it's not braided, it is a plastic cable, but they have grooved the cable to make it feel like it's braided, but it's not. So I'm going to plug it into the Mac here that I'm recording audio on. In typical Mac fashion, I've had to put a USB-C adapter on it. Okay, no RGB right now. Okay, no RGB at all. Oh, well, that's not good. Right, there's got to be a way to make the RGB work on this. The indicator lights for cap lock's working, but no RGB. This isn't great. Not a great experience at all. Okay, let's come back to the keyboards. I'm going to unplug this. Let's see if we get any RGB from the mouse. Right. So I'll just very quickly plug this one in and see if we get anything at all. Oh, we do. So on this, we've got cycling, very poorly diffused RGB. Let me just undo the cable on this one as well, so that I can just bring it back into shot. Okay, so yeah, fairly poorly diffused RGB, but there is some nonetheless. Let's have a look at what sort of weight we've got on this. Okay, let's just reset it. Okay, so we'll rotate that round. Are we ready? So this has the weight of 59 grams. So it's a 59 gram mouse. It feels very hollow. I think if we were to tear this down, which would actually involve ripping it apart, there's no screws, then there wouldn't be a lot in there. On the bottom of the mouse, you've got where they've essentially, in the plastic mold, made it look like they've got these slip pads on here to reduce friction. It actually isn't. It is just the plastic itself that's been molded. Let's pop that back and this scale across here. Now, I really want to try and get the RGB on this keyboard working. I don't quite understand, unless there just isn't any, which I guess is the other thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try some other methods. I will then be back on camera. It might mean trying a power bank, maybe, or I'll go and plug it into my gaming PC and see if that actually shows up anything. But 2 seconds, I will be right back. Right, okay, so we've managed to get a power source into the keyboard that worked. Tried a power bank, didn't work. Tried running it off a USB adapter, didn't work. Tried it on my gaming PC, it did work, but it was quite intermittent. And then finally tried another power bank, which I just got off to the side here, and we've managed to get it to work. Okay, the big reveal. The RGB, what you get for £7. We turn it on with the scroll lock key, interestingly, and that's it. That's what you get. So hopefully you can see that through our camera here. Essentially, the backplate, the plastic backplate, is slightly translucent, and you've just got very obvious hot spots all the way across the bottom here. It actually looks like, as you look up through the keyboards, that the only LEDs lighting it up is a strip that goes across the front that basically has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs that are pointing up through the keyboard, and it's RGB. You get 1 G, 2 R's, and 2 B's. That's what you get. It's not customizable at all beyond that, from what I can see. Yeah, that's £7 worth of RGB right there. Beyond that, there's not really a lot I can say. It really doesn't feel great. There's no form of I'd say friction to keep this stable. On the bottom, everything is just plastic molded. So there's no additional rubber pieces or inserts to try and keep it stable on the table. No way of lifting this up into a more ergonomic design. It's pretty awful. Beyond that, the actual keys themselves, they're pad printed, as you'd expect. Some really weird kind of setups in terms of what the arrow keys look like here, but they don't seem to do anything other than arrows. There's no function key, so I can't use a second function. Yeah, that's what we're going to see. So, do I recommend it? So let's get this box back in view. So the G21B. Interesting, I've just noticed on the back of the box as well, it's got a picture of a different keyboard with round keycaps. So I imagine this is, as with a lot of this sort of stuff, multiple different models that are all sent out under the same model name. It just depends what you get. Obviously, in our case, we ordered a white one, and it was white on the box, but black keycaps inside. So it's a bit kind of luck of the draw. But anyway, like I was saying, do I recommend it? Now, this is interesting because you talk about what is the cheapest item. Now, the thing is I think we can all agree that cheapest doesn't necessarily mean good value. And this is a perfect example of that analogy. Yes, this is very cheap. Is it good value? Hell no. This is awful build quality. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be able to recommend you a fantastic keyboard for £7 that's going to rival this and be better. My advice to you is spend more money. So, you know, you can get very generic keyboards for less than £20 off Amazon, which will do a much, much better job. I'm actually going to be featuring a keyboard in the future as well, which is what I would define a good value mechanical keyboard, where actually if you're looking to get a good experience, but you are building that budget build, it's something you can look at that doesn't mean you make mistakes like this. Wish is never a great place to be buying anything tech related. I'm sure we'll all agree on that, from their fake graphics cards to their exceptionally poor quality peripherals like this keyboard and mouse. Part of me thought if it was actually good, I'd probably give it away to somebody, but I'm just not going to be that mean. I don't think it's a fair thing to do to any of you guys. You spend your time watching my questionable videos, and for me to give you this, I think would just be an insult. So yeah, if you do want it, stick a comment in the in the comment section below, and maybe I'll send it out to somebody. But yes, thank you very much for joining me for this video. No, I don't recommend this keyboard. No, I don't recommend that you find your peripherals off Wish. Bear in mind, peripherals are the thing that you're interacting with all the time. You know, it's got to be comfortable, it's got to be good. This certainly is neither of those. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give us a thumbs down. Any comments, questions, stick them in the comment section below. Normally I'll put a link of where to buy these sort of things, but I'm not going to kind of impose that on you, so there'll be no link in the video description for that sort of stuff. But I will do a link to a decent, good value keyboard that's less than £20 through Amazon, through one of our associate links. Other than that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified on all future videos. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.